Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. Here we go on ESPN. They're all set for football, where they know all and tell all at Alltel Stadium in Jacksonville. Standing by, Dan Stevens, Peter O'Keefe, Susie Calmer. Looks as if they've got a real good one on their hands. Denver, Jacksonville, it's go time.
And there she is, the ESPN blimp flying high overhead. Welcome to Alltel Stadium. I'm Dan Stevens. With me, as usual, is analyst Peter O'Keefe. Peter, looking at the players on the field, one stands out, and he plays at cornerback.
I think I know to whom you're referring, Dan. Champ Bailey is ranked among the very best cornerbacks in the league today. I tell you, this guy's got a lot of horsepower. His speed enables him to lock down receivers and get after the ball no matter where it ends up.
We'll see how he does once the game begins, Peter, but first, let's go to the coin toss.
I choose tails.
Tails.
Receive.
Number 10, kicking off for the Jaguars.
The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Scobie kicks it, and we are underway. Griffin catches it back at the 1. Tackled at the 22.
Quentin Griffin received that nice kick and a nice little run back after the catch. Good job.
The Broncos send their offense out on the field and will start this drive at their own 22-yard line. Smith goes in motion. This one will fall incomplete.
Rashean Mathis never gave his assignment any wiggle room and was able to prevent a completion. You know, it's all about blanket coverage, and that, my friends, was exactly what we saw back there.
Potential for some nice yards, but the defense plays it tough. That will bring up second down. First gets the ball and runs into traffic. Brought down at the 24. Third down, 8 yards to go. Manning made a throw that was off target there. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Peyton Manning winged it into double coverage, but luckily nobody was able to catch it.
Third and long, they have a chance, but it's incomplete.
Those are the situations where you want someone to step up and make a play.
But no one did, and it will now be fourth down. Knorr lines up to punt after the 3 and out. Knorr takes the snap and punts it away. Tackled at the 42.
Rashean Mathis didn't have much room to work with back there. The special team squad made sure he couldn't respond to that really nice punt.
The Jaguars get their offense on the field and will start this drive at their 42-yard line. Pearson goes in motion. Taylor gains 3 yards, and that will bring up second down.
John Lynch with the tackle.
Second down, 2 tight ends in the game.
Ball to Jaguars, 45-yard line.
Leftwich makes the pass, and it is not reeled in. Incomplete.
Chris Luzar put himself in the right place back there, coming across the middle, but the catch was elusive, no dice.
That would have gotten the first, but it's incomplete, and it will be third down.
5-yard line.
Oh, let's watch this. 5 wide out versus a D that is wisely loaded up on DBs.
Smith catches it left sideline, and they get the first on third and long.
Byron Leftwich throws right past the coverage and into his receiver's hands. Nice throw.
And Peter, that time, neither of those guys really had a height advantage on the other.
Yeah, and sometimes when you find yourself locked in a matchup like that, it simply becomes a question of who wants the ball more. Advantage offense there.
Taylor makes it for his second carry and will gain close to 6. Second down, just a single receiver on the field.
30-yard line.
Taylor picks up 6 on the play, and that brings up first down. Williams goes in motion. Leftwich throws this on a rope, and it's incomplete.
Jimmy Smith had some room on the outside on that play, but catching the ball was a different story. Incomplete.
Potential for some nice yards, but it falls incomplete. That will bring up second down.
Ball at the 24-yard line.
Rhino, weak back.
Touchdown!
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Reggie Williams is matched up well with the defense on this one, but is able to stay one step ahead for the completion. It's worth another look here. Oh, yeah, the D might want to put more men on him next time.
The touchdown was his for the taking, Peter. Good individual effort.
Yeah, great teamwork, too.
Here's the point after, and it's good. There's the signal, and we're ready. Scobie kicks it off. Luke fields the kickoff at the 1. Breaks free. Dragged down at the 30.
Triandus Luke got a very respectable return off that nice kickoff there, Dan.
Okay, let's do it.
The Broncos stalled early last drive, and we'll have to wait and see what happens here. They'll start at their own 30-yard line. Henderson gets the sack at the 27.
John Henderson is a defenseman that I like. 6'7", 328, and a nose for stopping a play in its tracks. One of the better guys at reading the offense and then reacting.
Second down, tight end to the left. Hurst dodges this one way out right and will gain close to 6.
Garrison Hurst charged his way for some extra yards on that play. The coach has got to love the sheer physicality of a player like that.
Nice display of agility there. He put the right amount of moves on the D.
Great matchup, and the offense won that one.
Smith goes in motion. Manning zings it to the right side, and they get the first on 3rd and long.
First down, Broncos.
Darius Watts reels in the catch despite being covered by 2 defenders. Dan, I guess you just can't be intimidated. Check this out. Oh, yeah, it's all about being focused. He had his eye on the ball the whole time and knew where he had to be.
It was 3rd and long, but it didn't faze them. They moved the ball, and now they moved the chain.
Yeah, really nice play calling, Dan.
No one in front of him. Eventually slides down at the 47. First down.
Broncos.
Peyton Manning had no one to throw to, so he just tucked it under and went for it. It's worth another look. If it wasn't for that scramble, he would have been toast.
First down, 2 receivers to the left. Hurst has his number called on first down and gains about 3 yards.
Donovan Darius with the tackle.
And that'll do it for quarter number 1. The Jaguars are out in front, 7-0. Didn't haul that one in, and it falls incomplete.
Rashean Mathis shadowed the slant route back there and kept the receiver from making the catch. Incomplete pass.
On second down, they try for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time.
Manning floats it to the right side, and it is not reeled in. Incomplete.
Peyton Manning threw that ball to a receiver who had 2 guys on him. He's probably fortunate it was just an incomplete pass at that point.
Peter, in third down situations, they have not been successful at all with the pass. This play was more proof.
Boy, third is such a crucial down, Dan. And when you don't convert, it really hurts.
Nor gets the snap and punts it away. Mathis fields it at the 15. Stopped at the 17.
Rashean Mathis didn't get very far running that ball back, but on the bright side, the kick was pretty lackluster, so his offense gets pretty good field position anyway.
The Jaguars had an effective first drive, and we'll see if they can keep it up. They'll start at their own 17-yard line. Taylor takes his 4th carry of the game and only gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Number 25.
Nick Ferguson was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
They put a stop to this play behind the line of scrimmage. Pretty good call by the defensive coordinator.
Agreed, Dan. They had it all locked up there.
That will bring up second down. Mobley tips it away on the coverage. Incomplete.
John Mobley managed to disrupt things. He got in there and he smacked that pass away. Great D.
Third down, empty backfield.
Ball at the Jaguars, 16-yard line.
Leftwich throws a heater, and it's intercepted. One man to beat. Touchdown.
Coming down.
Lenny Walls intercepts the ball close to the end zone, so you know he's going for it. And he gets it. What a huge play for the defense as they put points on the board.
Boy, that was a heads-up play to come away with his first interception of the game.
Yeah, you got to love D like that.
Jason Elam to attempt the extra point. Number 8, holding.
Now the extra point,
The extra point is good.
It's good. The ref gets the signal, and we're set. Elam kicks this one away. Lewis fields it all the way back at the 3. Tackled at the 27.
Jermaine Lewis was able to find some weak spots in the defense. Got a good run back off that kick.
The Jaguars were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at their own 27-yard line. It's intercepted. Stopped at the 33.
Check out the interception here on the replay, Dan. Watch how he reacts to get in the ball's path. Nice. That's how you make the INT, baby.
Well, that's their second interception of the game, and stingy is appearing to be the motto for their defense.
Yeah, either that or give me the ball.
The Broncos had their last drive stall out at the end. We'll see if they can keep momentum throughout this one, which starts at the 33-yard line. Manning dumps it out left, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Donovan Darius managed to disrupt things. He got in there and he smacked that pass away. Great D.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up.
Second and 10. Ball at the 33.
Washington tips it away on the coverage. Incomplete.
Dwayne Washington came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
On second down, they try for the first, but it's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time.
Third down, one man back. Weaver goes in motion. Manning fires this one over the middle, and it's tipped. Incomplete. That will bring up fourth down.
Mike Peterson swatted that one away cleanly. The receiver didn't have a prayer in getting that.
Well, the D holds tight on third and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
Oh, it sure was. Perfect D for that situation.
And it will bring up fourth down. Elam boots it from 50 yards out, and they take the lead.
Jason Elam really gets the whole ball here, and he needed it. Watch. That's a powerful kick for 3 points, my friend. When he needs to, he can boot that thing.
Jason Elam kicking off for the
There's
ball.
the signal, and we're ready. Elam rockets this one deep. Edwards decides to take it out of the end zone. Another move, tackled at the 22.
Troy Edwards got out close to the 20 on that one, so his decision to take it out of the end zone didn't really pay off, but it didn't really hurt him either.
The Jaguars have had some trouble moving the ball recently. We'll see what they do on this drive as they start at their own 22-yard line. Taylor chews up 9 yards, and that brings up second down.
Fred Taylor took advantage of some really good blocking there. They opened up a hole.
And he's able to cross the line and get a bunch more without really much resistance.
And that's what the O-line gets paid for.
Peter, those were some nifty moves to get free.
In that matchup, he doesn't even need to dig down that deep to pull it off.
Pearson goes in motion. Wilson crushes him behind the line at the 30.
Al Wilson not only cleaned the ball carrier's clock in the backfield, but buffed and polished it too. Big hit for a loss.
They managed to hold them behind the line of scrimmage, but they have another shot at it coming up.
Third and short. Let's see if they can come up with another big stand.
Bring him out. You have to change. No first, baby. No first. Yeah, no first, baby. Man. Yeah.
Hanson lines up to punt after the 3 and out.
Champ Bailey to make the return.
Hanson gets the ball and punts it away. Bailey fields the punt at the 28. Dragged down at the 38.
Champ Bailey racked up a few yards on the run back there, whittling down the size of the punt a little bit.
The Broncos are looking for some separation before half and will start this drive at their 38-yard line. Hurst loses one on the play, and that will bring up second down.
John Henderson was a one-man wrecking crew back there. He powered into the backfield and made the tackle.
That's his second tackle so far.
John Henderson Anderson forced the offense back a few yards with a terrific sack in the backfield back there.
Peter, he has put the hurt on the quarterback in this contest.
You got that right. So far, he's got 3 tackles and 2 sacks.
3rd down and 4 wideouts in the game. Lee brings down the lob left side, and they get the first on 3rd and long.
Ashley Lee had 3 guys covering him, but look what happens. Incredible catch.
Peter, I'm sure he's happy to bring that one in. The last 3 passes to him have all been incompletion.
Yeah, he's struggling a bit there, but this may turn him around. Wow, look, he's now up over 25,000 yards in his storied career.
Weaver goes in motion. Hurst chews up 4 yards, and that brings up 2nd down. 2nd down, 2 wideouts on the field. Anderson has his number called on 2nd down and rambles for about 5. Hurst picks up 6 on the play, and they will move the chains.
First down, Broncos.
Washington hammers the receiver and forces him to drop the ball. Incomplete.
Dwayne Washington had superb coverage on that play. No wonder it was incomplete.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
2nd down coming up. Manning rifles it out left side, and they can't connect. Incomplete.
Aiken Idell was on the short out from the get-go on that last play and was able to get in there and make sure it was incomplete.
If complete, that would have made for a bit shorter 3rd down play, but the defense had other ideas.
The anticipation to the throw was key here. It made all the pieces fall into place.
3rd down coming up. Brought down at the 25. Jaguars are going to try and capitalize on the interception. They'll start this drive at their own 25-yard line. Leftwich unloads this to the right sideline, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Champ Bailey came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
Second down from the eye.
Ball at the Jaguars, 25-yard line.
Taylor gains 3 yards, and that brings up 3rd down.
Third and 6. Ball at the Jaguars, 28-yard line.
Leftwich zips it to the left sideline, and it's intercepted. No one in front of him, and touchdown.
Champ Bailey picks off the ball, and he's going all the way. Nobody can stop him. Man, I hope his mom's got the VCR going.
That touchdown is going to establish some distance between them, Peter.
That's a big score.
Here's the extra point, and it's good. There's the signal, and we're ready. Elam kicks it off. Lewis fields the kickoff at the 3. Tackled at the 24.
Jermaine Lewis got a very respectable return off that nice kickoff there, Dan.
The Jaguars' offense has to score here. This drive will start at their own 24-yard line. Taylor chews up 4 yards. And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Broncos enjoying the lead 17-7. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Boomer?
Okay, Dana, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. Welcome, everybody, to the ESPN Halftime Show. I'm Chris Berman. The Jaguars are losing by a pretty sizable margin. They must be scratching their heads after looking at the stats, but they got to get going. We'll pick up the action midway through the first quarter. Byron Leftwich would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. A 24-yard touchdown for the Jaguars. The Jaguars strike first and go up by 7. The Jags now early in the second quarter, ball at their own 15. Lenny Walls is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. Touchdown for the Broncos. The Jags later on in the second quarter, game tied 7-all. John Lynch was in the right place at the right time as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. The Bronx have it off an interception. Jason Elam sets up the field goal attempt from just about the parking lot. Got a lot of leg, though. He's got it. A 50-yard field goal. Bronx ahead 10-7. Donovan Darius would come up with the big play to kill a drive as he was able to step in front of a wayward pass for an INT. The Jags late in the second quarter, Champ Bailey would come up with a huge play here as he was able to pick one off here, then had some clear sailing in front of him. Touchdown for the Broncos. And that's where we'll leave this one. Jags are down at the half, 17-7. Today's halftime hero has turned in an incredible performance thus far. Champ Bailey has played outstanding. So that does it for our halftime report. We'll send you back now to the second half of this one. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe are there. Gentlemen.
Thanks, Boomer, and welcome back to our broadcast presented in ESPN Game Sound. Designed and developed in collaboration with Dolby, the leader in surround sound technology. The Jaguars get the ball first this half, and they could use a score right out of the gates to get back into this one. They currently trail 17-7. Let's get down to the field and the action. Well, Peter, some interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Well, the turnover column has the grim news, in my opinion. If you want to win, you have to hold on to the ball.
Susie Culber is down on the field and has some information for us. Susie?
Thanks, Dan. Head coach Jack Del Rio told me at halftime that he's really upset about all the turnovers. He said that it all boils down to one thing: focus, or more specifically, a lack thereof. We'll see if they do a better job of holding on to the ball this half. Back to you, Dan.
Susie, Taylor will take the handoff and moves forward for 7.
Fred Taylor played it smart back there by following his blockers, and that allowed him to make some good yards.
They move the ball, and it will be second down. Second down, 3 yards to go. Taylor picks up about 2, and that will bring up third down.
Fred Taylor used the blocking, but this stingy defense didn't give up much at all on that last play.
Not much there, but they'll get another shot on third and short. Taylor carries it for a third time in a row, and...
Okay, bring him out. Bring him out. We got the chains.
No first, baby, no first. No first, baby, no first.
Yeah, baby, that's how we get it.
Jimmy Smith, I'm on
First and 10. Ball to Jaguars, 38-yard line.
Smith goes in motion. Taylor carries it for the fourth straight time and will gain close to 6.
John Logan with the tackles.
Fred Taylor has been taken to both outside and inside the tackles, but the D is not letting him get too free. So far, he's had to work hard to get 47 yards on 13 carries.
Second down with the tight end right.
Ball at the Jaguars, 44-yard line.
Williams makes the catch out to the left, and he's got the first down and a whole lot more.
Byron Leftwich makes a terrific completion in double coverage here. Wow, now that is one confident QB.
And Peter, that play doesn't get off the ground unless he runs a very precise route.
And he had to beat his man. Couple of the best banging heads there.
Taylor gets the call on first down and heads out right. Bailey takes him down back at the 38.
Champ Bailey makes a nice stop in the backfield here, throwing his man into the turf behind the line. I guess the ball carrier's travel plans were canceled. Yep, he's not going anywhere, Dan. Nice tackle.
That's his second tackle so far.
38-yard line.
Williams makes a play on this and forces the incompletion.
Byron Leftwich has found limited success in the passing game so far, Dan, and he just can't seem to get into a rhythm out there. I'd say he's not very pleased with his performance. So far, he's got 64 yards and 3 interceptions.
Third down, coming up on the 10th play of the drive. Leftwich throws a bullet, and the ball is caught at the 28, and he's stopped right there. Ferguson with the tackle. It'll be fourth down.
Nick Ferguson shut down the ball carrier just before he got to the markers. A good gain, but not good enough.
There's a migraine waiting to happen for a defensive coordinator. He almost gave it up.
Yeah, but they didn't let him convert. It's still going to go to fourth down.
Fourth and short. And he misses this one to the right.
Josh Stobie mounts a kick here that's not a shorty, but isn't that long either.
Boy, that has got to rattle him.
Poor guy. I think what he really needs is a big hug.
Yeah, maybe a new foot.
If he's not careful, a new jersey.
The Broncos were intercepted last time out. We'll see what happens here. We'll start at their 35-yard line. Hurst picks up a yard on the play, and that brings up second down.
All right, what have you got? Okay, all right.
Second down, both wideouts to the right.
Ball at the Broncos, 36-yard line.
Weaver goes in motion. Hurst gets past the line and picks up a couple. Manning rifles it out left side, and this one is incomplete. Knorr gets ready to punt this away. Knorr takes the long snap and punts it away. Mathis gets it at the 24. Stopped at the 34.
Rasheem Mathis racked up a few yards on the run back there, whittling down the size of the punt a little bit.
The Jaguars' offense is on the field, and they have not produced well at all. They're looking for an answer as they start this drive at their 34-yard line. Mobley sacks him back at the 30.
Second and 14. Ball at the Jaguars, 30-yard line.
Smith catches the hard throw and picks up maybe 11.
Byron Leftwich laid this pass in beautifully, rendering the defense irrelevant. When you can make accurate throws like that, the whole field starts to open up for you.
What a pass, and he is generating some great numbers.
Oh, absolutely, Dan. So far, he's got 86 yards and 1 touchdown.
Edwards goes in motion. Leftwich zings it to the right side, and the reception is made past the markers for a first down.
Troy Edwards had 2 guys on him on that play, but still managed to make the catch.
A big gain on third, and they will easily move the chain.
Perfect call for the situation, Dan. No trouble in getting the first.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. The Broncos enjoying the lead, 17-7.
Let's stand tall, fellas. Let's stand tall.
Williams brings down the floater, and he's got the first down and a whole lot more.
DJ Williams eventually gets there, but I don't know why he even bothered. Big gain, and they'll move the chains. Well, he eventually stops them, but way past the marker, that one's going to hurt.
A beautiful pickup, Peter, and a bit of a collapse by the defense there.
Well, they were caught off guard, Dan, and by the time they reacted, it was too late.
It will be first down. Taylor will get the carry on first down and picks up a couple.
Number 52 with the tackle.
They're going there.
Second and 8. Ball at the 31.
Taylor takes his 16th carry of the game and will lose about a yard here. Third down from the shotgun.
Ball at the 32-yard line.
Leftwich uncorks this to the left sideline, and it's tipped. Incomplete. That will bring up fourth down.
Willie Middlebrooks managed to disrupt things. He got in there and he smacked that pass away. Great D.
That is their 4th batted ball. Tell you, we've seen a number of good defensive plays from this squad.
We sure have. We'll see if they can keep it up, though.
Ball at the 32-yard line.
Smith catches it over the middle, and he's short of the markers. They will forfeit the ball on downs.
Nick Ferguson makes his presence known on this one. He's going to haunt the ball carrier's dreams for a while. Oh, big tackle on 4th. That's how you stop a conversion.
They were in a high-pressure situation there, Peter, with the 4th down conversion, and they could not get it.
They just didn't gel on that play.
They'll turn it over now. The Broncos offense takes the field, and can they capitalize on the defensive stop? Well, they'll start this drive at their own 28-yard line. First, will get stopped at the line, and that will bring up second down. Second down with 2 tight ends to the right. First gets the call on second down and shoots forward for 9 yards.
Let's go defense. Let's make a stand. They go back. They go back.
Santiago goes in motion. Hurst has his number called on third down and picks up the first down.
First down, Broncos.
Don't let them move like that, Jag. Come on, let's play some defense. I'm gonna shut you down, Ross.
First and
I'm gonna
10.
shut you down. You
Ball
ain't
at
getting
Broncos,
nothing.
42-yard line.
Single back. Out for three. Out for three.
Hurst takes the handoff and searches for a hole. Dragged down at the 42.
Garrison Hurst powered forward with the football thanks to some initial blocking. Problem was they couldn't keep that push going for very long.
Not much there. It'll be second down.
Got to take what you can get, Dan, but they were, hoping for more.
Second down. The clock is stopped at 2 minutes. First, the Jaguars take their first time out. Third down, 3 wideouts in the game. Hurst gets the ball on third down and the Jaguars will take a timeout. That's their second. Nor gets ready to punt this away. Nor gets the ball and punts it away. Mathis fields the punt at the 16. Tackled at the 28.
Rashean Mathis racked up a few yards on the run back there, whittling down the size of the punt a little bit.
The Jaguars start this drive of the game from well in their own territory, and the clock at 1:43. Price knocks it down at the line, incomplete.
Trevor Price swatted that pass away right at the line.
They have really gotten after the ball as a team today. That is their 5th batted ball.
Nice, aggressive D.
Second down. The clock is stopped at 1:40. Leftwich throws a lob here, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Nick Ferguson came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
As a team, they are batting down passes left and right. That is their 6th so far.
Wow, great anticipation of the pass.
Third down, 1 man back.
28-yard line.
Ferguson tips it away on the coverage. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Nick Ferguson came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
A nice defensive play will give him his 2nd batted ball of the game.
Yeah, great read there.
Ball at the Jaguars, 28-yard line.
Leftwich just rifles this one, and the Jaguars take a timeout. That's their final one. First down, and 5 wide receivers take the field. Lynch makes a play on this and forces the incompletion.
John Lynch came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
Another batted ball, and they have been attacking the pass every chance they get.
That's right, Dan. Why simply defend the pass when you can obliterate it?
Second down. The clock is stopped at 1:23. Leftwich rifles it out left side, and it falls incomplete.
Pass interference, number 23, defense. The ball is placed at the spot of the foul.
Willie Middlebrooks slapped around the receiver way too much on that play, and the ref let him know it with a flag for pass interference.
First down, tight end to the left.
Ball at the 46-yard line.
Williams grabs the rope right side, and he's got the first. The clock continues to tick down. Leftwich lofts this one out to the left, and it's tipped. Incomplete.
Nick Ferguson came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
That had potential for some yards, Peter, but the defense was on top of it and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up.
Single back, single back.
Ferguson makes a play on this and forces the incompletion.
With the deflection.
Nick Ferguson came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
That's his third batted ball, and he is doing his part, that is for sure.
Nice to see aggressive D like that, Dan.
Third down, the clock is stopped at 56. Leftwich just rifles this one, and it's tipped incomplete. That will bring up fourth down.
Willie Middlebrooks came in and got a hand on that football and left no chance for a reception there.
Well, the D holds tight on third and long and forces an incompletion. That was a good call by the defensive coordinator.
Oh, it sure was. Perfect D for that situation.
And it will bring up fourth down. Has it sailed just left of the upright.
Josh Scobie launches a kick here that's not a shorty, but isn't that long either.
Boy, that has got to rattle him.
Ah, poor guy. I think what he really needs is a big hug.
Yeah, maybe a new foot.
If he's not careful, a new jersey.
Larry.
And that is going to do it for this one. The Broncos come out on top 17-7. For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
Okay, Dan, thank you very much. And let's welcome all of you back to the studio. I'm Chris Berman here to bring you our ESPN Video Games post-game wrap-up. The Broncos stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. Let's get started in this one early in the third quarter. Byron Leftwich connected with his man on this one. The ball at their own 44-yard line. Byron Leftwich would find his target on this one. Jags back by 10. Byron Leftwich connected with his man on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Broncs win this one 17-7. Now let's take a sec to chat with our player of the game. The guy who seemed to be all over the field on defense and came up with big play after big play. Champ Bailey is standing by with Susie Colbert. Suze?
Thanks, Chris. You really came up big, and you helped carry your team to a nice win. What do you think was vital to your team's success today?
Our offensive line played great all game. They did a great job of protecting the pocket, and they made big gaps for our backs. Some folks like to focus on the skills position, but you gotta appreciate what those guys do for us in the trenches.
Chris, back to you.
Well, that just about does it. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time here on ESPN, celebrating 25 years as the worldwide leader in sports. I'm Chris Berman. So long. Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. We got a lot of games to cover, so let's get to it. In our first game this week, we had the Bills stroll away with a 14-point win. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Packers pick up their first win of the year. Samari Shake, Rattle, and Roll stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Keenan McCardell had over 50 yards receiving and helped his Buccaneers beat the Seahawks. Broncos, Jaguars. Champ Bailey was able to step in front of this pass and pick one off, but he wasn't done there. The Broncos win this one by the final score of 17-7. In the Big Apple, New York, we had the Giants stroll away with a 14-point win. Up in Ford Field, we had the Lions run away with a gigantic 22-point win. The Cowboys got 300-plus yards from their offense in their victory at Texas Stadium. Rams, Falcons. Their victory. Jake the Snake Plumber calls the signals at the 24-yard line. And a quick rollout. Boy, he has some time. What a bullet. Touchdown. The Falcons go on to win this by the final score of 24-21. The Ravens won at home, but will take to the road next week to meet the Bengals. Chad Lewis stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Number 36 threw 3 strikes to the end zone and helped his Dolphins beat the Bengals. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Sam Madison will be on the move. You see it there. He'll be getting a nice little payday, too. 4 years, $11.8 million. Added on to that, a $3.5 million signing bonus. Dave Fiore will also have a new address for a while as he signs a 4-year contract with the Jaguars. Arande Gadsden will be playing his football elsewhere, though perhaps not for as much as he would have liked. 4 years, $2.1 million. This guy got snatched up as well, and he signs a 2-year contract with the Redskins.
49ers, Saints.
With the Redskins.
Aaron Brooks looking over the defense from the 22-yard line, and a pump fake. Everybody stops. Oh, that buys the time for the TD. The Saints win this one by the final score of 23-20. Down in the sunny skies of Arizona, we had the Cardinals lose by a 12-point margin. Down in Qualcomm Stadium, we had the Chargers stroll away with a 14-point win. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Casey Wegman won't see action for a while, so this offense is going to have to make do without him. He'll be out for the rest of the regular season. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. Dan Morgan is probably the one that most leaps out at you. Unfortunately, it's a torn ACL, and that'll keep him out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. On to the serious news of the week. Smith is done for the year, as he'll watch the rest of the season from the sidelines, and they'll be scrambling now to find someone that can fill his shoes. Now we'll move on to our top story of the day. Kevin Mawai is going to be watching from the sidelines for a while, as his injury will deal a major blow to this team. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
Panthers, Chiefs. Ricky Prohl shampoo is so dangerous with his speed. The ball at the 27-yard line, and there's a little stutter step, and he's wide open. Touchdown. The Panthers go on to win this by the final score of 24-23. So, 2 weeks into the books here on ESPN, here's my prime time performers for week number 2, and each is going to get a game ball. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.